Hello, welcome to another part of this video. In the last video, this didn't happen until after I was done recording, but I sort of realized that I suck and keep fucking hitting the fire. I realized that my webcam was sort of cutting into the game footage, so that's fixed now. And how you kill these guys is you're supposed to reflect the little beams that they shoot out at you, and you're supposed to use the reflect spell. And I don't. So, now I do have something to talk about that I wanted to talk about. No, wait. Come on. Get your ass out of there. There we go. Fuck. God damn. God, I suck at this. Anyway, I've been playing the NES launch titles recently. All of them, which there are 17. It's sort of, and I guess I could give my opinions on the one I've played so far. I'm doing them in alphabetical order, and I've done from 10-yard fight to Kung Fu. Fuck, I forgot you needed to jump for that. And obviously Super Mario Brothers, which I've already done, which I've already done, but oh, I am sucking ass today. Oh, I forgot, there's no turbo. I gotta do this legit. Alright. Come on here. There we go. Shouldn't take as long this time. As for my thoughts on each of them, the 10-yard fight is the American football game, and it's just, I mean, I know it was like released in 1983, but it is just way too primitive. I understand like not having much else other than like the basic, like I can understand not having much else aside from the basic like matches, but the AI is extremely bad, and like all you need to do is go to the side. It's like run on the sides of the field, and you've basically won the game. Like the AI the AI really is that bad. I just use jump for nothing. I am so good at this. That includes the AI on your team too. Like they are bad. You can't really strategize with I have not found a single key yet. You can't really strategize with the AI in mind. Like you can't really oh fuck, I'm not doing well. Like you can't really strategize with alongside the AI because they're never going to do any good moves. They just sort of run around. They never like you basically have to do everything on your own. I guess it's a fine, serviceable game, but it is not aged well at all. And there are like better American football games even on the NES. And yes, I am going to call it American football because I guess I am a little curious of people who might be watching my channel outside of the United States. Of course, that also means that I think Europe or European countries can take the high ground in comparison to the US, and most of them cannot. I should make that clear. Like, fuck. Obviously, I can't take the high ground after doing that. But like countries like the UK and Germany, no, they're fucking not taking the high ground compared to the US. But I am courteous of them, regardless. So I will call it American football because honestly, the name soccer doesn't even fucking make any sense. Like, why did they just call, why didn't they just call football soccer? Like, I mean, okay, why didn't they just call soccer football like it's supposed to be called? Why did they have to be so cool and say, ooh, we're gonna call it soccer? And we're going to invent an entirely new sport, and that's gonna be called football. Oh, we got all our magic back. So how you like that? It's just so dumb. So yeah, if you want my rating for 10-yard fight, 5 out of 10. The second one I played, baseball, is also probably a 5 out of 10. It has the same problems. I guess it's a little better, but I guess that's only because it feels like the games have a. It only feels like, but I'm only gonna say that because like it feels like the games have a little more variety than they do usually. I mean, I'm not even sure what that even means. Games have more variety. Guess what I'm trying to say is, guess what I'm trying to say is that the games feel more. Is that I guess it just feels better to play. It feels like It feels like it's a better structured game. But I think the biggest problem with the NES baseball is just that it doesn't feel like you're in control. Like, so much of the time you don't even feel like you're in control of your character. And it's very hard to gauge, like, when you have control over your character versus when you don't. And that's really what bothers me about it. Also, like, the controls are pretty wonky, and the controls are pretty wonky. The AI does put up a better fight than in 10-yard fight, which does make games a little more fun to play because there's more of a challenge. But I mean, that's not really saying much. It's still sort of annoying because the controls are bad. You have no control over the outfield at all, and a lot of the time it just feels like you're watching characters you have no control over playing a game. Like, and that's just. I mean, it's fairly frustrating. So baseball would also be a 5 out of 10. Clue Clue Land is actually a pretty decent game. It's a solid puzzle game. It has some weird controls, but like once you get them down, it actually does become a fairly, at least, not an amazing game, but at least one that you could have a pretty decent time pouring an hour into. The gameplay is strange. You need to like make a picture in a field. It's hard to describe, especially when I'm like trying to focus on like playing this game. But basically, you need to like constantly move around like a playing field, and you need to constantly move around a playing field and create a picture out of rupees. And yes, they are rupees because this is the first appearance of rupees, not The Legend of Zelda. So, but I'm pretty sure that's common knowledge. If you're a Nintendo fan, which I'm pretty sure most of my fans are, fans. I don't think it's a stretch to say I have fans, but if you're a Nintendo fan, which I believe most of my viewers are, that's the first time rupees appeared on Zelda 1. It's a pretty neat game. Pretty decently challenging though, but it's not like challenging in the way that it's primitive, because if it's too primitive. It's held up pretty well. You can put a pretty decent hour into it and have a good time. So I give it a 7 out of 10. The next one's Duck Hunt, which I've already played on video, so I'm not gonna like talk about it too much. It's a pretty, again, I said this in the video, but like playing it without the end zapper, it just feels like you're kind of missing the point. Like if you're just playing it with the mouse, it just doesn't feel like there's much of a point. Like, it just feels like, again, it feels like there's not really much of a point. Like, it doesn't feel like the challenge is there. I mean, to be fair, to be fair, it wasn't like I had a horrible time playing Duck Hunt with the mouse and keyboard. It just felt too easy, and that's where my gripe with it lied. But I can't hold that against the game itself, obviously. I forgot to fucking key. I also didn't get the item, so I should probably get that. wherever the hell it is. But I think it's a pretty, but either way, it's a pretty generic, I mean, in retrospect, it was kind of a generic, like, shoot 'em up. Well, not shoot 'em up, but, like, test for, like, the end zapper and the gun. Or I guess just the gun, because it was first an arcade game in, like, 1984, before it was NES game. I actually like the personality, though. I think that's what really carries the game, is that it has a good personality. Especially with the laughing dog. A lot of people hate the laughing dog, but honestly, I love it. It adds personality, which I think is a very good thing. Not much better than me dying, at least. And you at least have the regular mode, shooting ducks, and the shooting discs mode. It's not a lot, but it's there. I'd give it a 7 out of 10. Excite Bike, 7 out of 10 again. I think the controls are a little weird, but I can get used to them. And once you're there, and if you pour a decent hour into it, you can get a pretty decent, like, 2D racing game that you can even build your own custom courses in. Again, it's not like amazing or anything, so it's still like a 7 out of 10, but it's still pretty solid. So I think the next one that I did was okay. So which ones did I have it done? I mean, I don't have a list pulled up, so I probably will forget one. Maybe I should have wrote that one down. Oh well. So the next one I think is Golf for the NES, and Golf for the NES Golf is one of the few games, one game that stars Mario. Apparently, the golfer is Mario, which was confirmed after the fact. So I guess originally it was just some random guy, but then later on, I guess Nintendo thought, well, this is Mario. I guess I can't really blame them. It already looked like Mario. Might as well give more attention to like a game from 1984. But I think out of all the sports games that were launch titles, I think Golf is one of the better ones. I don't think it's very good. I'd still say it's mostly just an okay game. I'd put it at like I'd say it's like a 6 out of 10. But I think you have more control over what's going on, and some of the holes do provide a pretty decent challenge. It doesn't feel impossible to get like a birdie or an eagle, but it is fairly difficult, and it feels pretty rewarding once you do get it. So yeah, I would say it's a pretty decent game. Not really anything spectacular, but it's okay. I'd give it a 6. Hogan's Alley is pretty good. I think so far there's 3 End Zapper games that were launch titles, and I think Hogan's Alley is I'm not sure if I'd say it's better than Duck Hunt, but it does have at least more to do. Like there's a mode where you have to shoot one specific person out of 3, and like there's one mode where you have to shoot one specific person out of 3, and another where you are constantly moving along, like changing scenery, and you have to shoot specific people. And the other one where you have to shoot the exploding can. If you don't know what that is, if you ever played Super Smash Brothers and played as the Duck Hunt dog, if you know the TNT can, that's where it comes from. It comes from Hogan's Alley. I think all 3 of the End Zapper games were represented there. So yeah, you have to shoot a TNT can and get it into certain areas. I know these descriptions sound very bad, but if you but I mean, honestly, you have. I'm assuming most of you have like computer access. Or if you don't even need computer access. Just play just have the game. Just watch a video of gameplay, and you'll understand what I'm trying to say. So, I'd give Hogan's Alley a 7. Ice Climber. Oh, this was the one I tweeted about. So the NES Ice Climber, original Ice Climber game, is not very good, and it kind of surprises me that the Ice Climbers made it into Smash Melee. Though I am glad they did, because obviously I really like the Ice Climbers, but I only really like them for Smash. I don't really like them for their actual debut game, which I hadn't really played at all. I mean, I've seen video clips of, but I hadn't really played it until like a few days ago. And when I played it for the first time, it was well, I think there's some good ideas of scaling the mountain. It felt pretty good to do that. I thought they had, like, the level design is alright, I guess, and it does lead to some, and it's pretty challenging, but it doesn't feel impossible. And I guess, and you know, I think the game could have been good if it weren't for the jumping physics. Like, it doesn't feel like it doesn't feel at all like the controls in Clu Clu Land. Oh, this isn't, no, it's not. That's the next dungeon. The next dungeon is the one where you have to walk through the fucking wall. So, no, it's not this one. At least I hope it's not. I mean, I have been wrong before. Anyway, the jumping physics in the original Ice Climber, they are so wonky. Like, they are not... Like, it feels like you never really have... Like, it feels like you're always fighting against the game's physics, because you can just pass through objects. I feel like this was done so you can, like, jump through, like, the one blocks pretty easily, which is supposed... Because in the game you have to break apart blocks and in order to climb up the mountain, and I'm pretty sure, like, the jumping physics are in part due to that. But what bothered me is that it just felt frustrating to play. It felt like I was fighting against the game with the jumping physics. So I guess Ice Climber as a game it's okay, like a 6 out of 10, but it's nothing special. Maybe the items here. Or maybe this is just the boss, because I'd really rather not have to backtrack after I'm fucking done with this dungeon. And I'm not doing that. There we go. Okay. Yeah. The last one I did was Kung Fu, which was pretty good. I think it's this... I mean, so far, I think it's the second best launch game after Super Mario Brothers. I'd still probably put it as a 7 out of 10. I think, because I haven't played the original arcade version yet, but it does seem... But even not playing that one, this one does feel like a bit of a dumbed-down version. Or a downgraded version from that. Like, it does feel like a downgraded version. This game is really giving a lot of magic drops. And this is the boss, so we gotta go back. Okay, I'm gonna try to see where the hell I missed it. Also, in the NES Kung Fu, jumping is the up arrow on the D-pad, which doesn't feel good. Like, it feels very strange. And I don't like it at all. I mean, I guess, to be fair, they didn't really have, like, many other places to, put the jump button. But that doesn't mean it doesn't feel strange and wrong. So yeah, that would be my critique of the NES Kung Fu. And I haven't played any of the other ones yet, which I think I've played half of them. I did not play the Rob ones, though, because, I mean, to be honest, Rob always felt like a very, like a very overdone gimmick. Like, he didn't feel like natural at all. It just felt like a gimmick that Nintendo, like, felt like they were forced to do. And you can kind of tell that because they only ended up making him compatible with 2 games, and I haven't played either of them because you kind of can't play them without Rob. And I mean, I'm not gonna shell like $300 for fucking Rob. I checked how much they were going for on eBay. It's like $300 for a Rob, and like, yeah, no. Okay, so it's not here. Let's go left. The games themselves, maybe I will play them at one point, just to try to see if I can play them without Rob, but it just feels like you have to play them with Rob, which is just such an overdone gimmick. I mean, I do like Rob being in Smash Bros. And Mario Kart DS, but, I mean, the actual original Rob was just like a gimmicky peripheral, and you kind of can't get away from that. So, how's everyone's day been? Depending on how long this video is, you might actually see the sunset outside, because it's 7:11 right now, in the afternoon, so, and close to sunset, so you might see it. Who knows? This is going to be a lot of backtracking to see where exactly I missed the item. Maybe here. I'm going to say here. And this is, okay, that's, I'm going to go down and see if I can find anything there. I'm gonna do left. And we have found probably nothing, but let's see. Let's not fucking die to these things. Being depressing. I will play all the NES games, well, no, not all the NES games, like 1,000 of them, but I will play all the NES launch games on video. Oh, fuck me. Yeah, it's not here. Oh, fuck no. Alright. Okay, right. This has to be the right way, right? I don't know, does this area look familiar? Maybe, maybe not. I mean, a lot of these areas look the same. And we get... Come on. Big reveal. Nothing! Sorry for drinking the fizzy lifting drinks, it will happen again. Okay. I mean, do we even need that? I mean, I can just wait until we get the level up from the, end of the dungeon. Oh, fuck. At least that didn't take away from, like, my life. Okay. So, it's not anywhere here. Which means that we're gonna have to go all the way back. Wait, this is right, isn't it? Yeah, this was where I was. Yeah, I think this is it. This doesn't lead anywhere. Yeah, I've already been here. Fuck, I can't even remember where I've been. Yeah. So I think it's in one of the top floors. So it's not here. It's close to one of the top floors. I feel like I'm missing something. Like, is this really the one where you need to, like, go walk through the wall? God, I hope not. Okay, so this is the beginning of the dungeon. So we're gonna go right. I think it's somewhere connected to the area you need to fall. You know, an in-game map would be really useful for this. I don't feel like fucking drawing a map like I did for Metroid. This game isn't good enough for that. Okay. I've already... Okay. I'm gonna go here. I think this is it. I mean, the area doesn't look that familiar, so this has to be it. Yep, yeah, this was where I was. Come on. Fuck off. I hate these things, man. One of the worst enemies in the fucking game, Darkness. And here it is, the water boots, which are only really used to fucking get to get to the next dungeon, and then they're never used again. Seems to be a recurring pattern. I'm probably not going to do... I'm probably just gonna leave it at, And I just wasted a fairy. Probably just gonna end the video after this dungeon's over. I'll make my way to the next dungeon, and then I'll call it quits. At that point, at the end of this video, I'll probably be like halfway through the game. It's not a very long game. So yeah, we're making some progress. I pretty much exhausted everything I was going to talk about in this video. And just gotta make our way back to the fucking boss. Oof, man. Nice commentary. Very nice. And we do not have enough for life. And it's just wonderful. Fucking seizure-inducing. I still don't think I've showed off the game over screen. I mean, I think it'd be a crime to not show it off, because it's pretty good. I'm pretty sure most of you have already seen it, if you're watching this video, but, I mean, I'll still show it on the video. I feel like I have to. I feel like I owe the game this. I guess the big question is, what game am I playing after Metroid 1? Because I know for a fact that Metroid 1 is going to be the game I play next after this. And Metroid 1 is pretty short, so I'll probably be done with that one like in maybe a few days. I don't want to like get too cocky though, so it might take a week. I might do a live stream. Who knows? I might test that one out for Metroid 1. No idea what I'd be playing after that. No idea what game I'd be playing after Metroid 1 though. I'd probably have to figure that one out. Because that would like cover all like the big 3 Nintendo series of the NES era, which would be like Mario, Zelda, and Metroid. So this boss, you need to be using the Reflect power-up, which I am not very good at. I should probably... Now, what if I just cheesed it by standing here the whole time? Is this even cheesing it, or is this using your resources? There you go. There we go. We're getting somewhere. There we go. And we get another level up, and we finally beat the 4th dungeon. 3 more to go. Only 3 more level ups, I believe. Yeah, 3. I don't really care about these guys. I don't think I really need them. I mean, because, like, well, no, I only have 2 more dungeons I can get a level up on, so... Oh, you don't even need the fire power. Fucking hell. I thought you did. I mean, they looked like enemies that you needed it for. I mean, I'll probably get a level up in one of the dungeons, too, so... So I'll be fine. I'll be fine. I mean, this game isn't exactly very difficult at 100%. It's much like, kind of like the first game. It's just a matter of knowing where everything is. You just need all the spells, the upward thrust and the downward thrust, which we have both. And we need to get all to max levels, which is very easy. And also all the life and magic containers, which will be pretty simple. Not going to take long. Oh yeah, I forgot. Yeah, this is the water shoes. You can just walk on water. There might be a life container I'm missing, but I'm pretty sure the last magic container and last life container are both only in the next area that we can only access once we beat this next dungeon. And we are going to be moving almost straight to the next dungeon because there's like no content in between. There's no content in between them. You just go straight to the next one. It's just like what some Zelda games do. With some Zelda games, it feels like there's not really anything you do in between dungeons. Or at some point in the game, it feels like you're not really doing anything between dungeons. Right. Come on. There we go. Downward thrust. So useful. Now, just let me get my fucking life container, because it's right here somewhere. I think it's here. You just keep walking here. No? Okay, one of these you can walk up. And there it is. Only two more. That would be one magic container and one life container. And I don't think you got to see the sunset. Oops, sorry. So, immediately we're in the next dungeon. And this one, we're going to save for the next video, and it's the one where you need to walk through the fucking wall. Thank you all for watching. This is a shorter video, but maybe it was for the best. And see you all later.